Welcome. We've got a great panel today to talk about tech and how that intersects with the global community. And Jamie, let's start with you today. Um, Websites. I know that most of the time people think of websites as a place to go where you go and you get information on, a provider or a service. What do you think people should use websites for? And do you think that they're underestimating the potential of that website?
Yeah, certainly. It's something that comes up quite a lot in our discussions with existing clients, perhaps who aren't on a website service with us, and potential clients as well. And the short answer really is yes. Estate agents and people in the property industry are really underestimating the power of their websites. We always like to approach it by trying to envisage your website as your number one salesperson. Every interaction with any client, whether they're an existing client or a new potential client, they will have some interaction with your website. And if that website is your number one salesperson, are people or are potential clients getting a good service from that website? Are they able to find what they need? Does it look professional? Does it give off that trust? Have it got client testimonials? There's a whole bunch of things that you need to look at when you're looking at a website, and it's not really just a shop front anymore. It is your number one salesperson. There's no question about it. What agents and people in the property industry have got to consider is that when you're looking to attract new clients, you need to get into the mind of the prospect. Or it might even be an existing client. You never know who's looking at your website, but it's very, very competitive marketplace, and if your website doesn't give off that belief that you are the right company to work with, then you are 100% losing out on business. There's no question about it. You've got to also consider why a potential client might choose you over one of your competitors, and you've got to analyse everything internally and digitally. If your website is not performing as well as other competitor websites, then really got to ask yourself why would a client choose to come to work with my agency as opposed to one of my competitors around the corner. We also we've been in the industry for many years now. We've done a lot of analysis on portal leads versus website leads. And every piece of our analysis suggests that website leads are much stronger than portal leads. So we always beg the question as to why agents are so open to investing in portal advertising when there seems to be a reluctance in investing in their own website, which can build their brand, and it can also obviously deliver stronger leads that we know. So to kind of wrap the answer to that question up, then yes, of course, a lot of agents are sort of underestimating the power of their website. We've proven this in the past. It's not just a shop front; it is your salesperson. And a website is a lot of things to a lot of people, and there's a lot of things to consider when developing or revamping or building upon your existing website. And I'd like to sort of leave it with just a few tips of things that people should be looking at when they're evaluating their website presence. And that's content. You've got to be looking at content. It's got to be engaging. You've got to have the right products on there, otherwise people will just simply leave the website. CRM integration, how all of your tech is integrated, how you can build off the traffic that's coming through your website, which leads on to tracking and also speed and user experience. Everybody knows now that speed is the number one attribute to a successful website. And UX, if you get people there, then you've got to make sure that they have a really, really positive experience when they land on the website.
That makes sense. So it's an emotional hook to get them to your site. And then, of course, the site has to actually work and generate leads and translate into business and all of that. That's great feedback. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Switching gears a little bit, but also in the same vein, let's talk to Charlotte. The CRM is an interesting space. Some brokerages have a CRM, but then they have all these other providers that provide a service for them. But why do you feel that companies should have a CRM that's kind of a real all-in-one solution?
Yeah, so as you all know, CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management, and that implies that it can touch pretty much any aspect of the real estate business, from managing contact and listing database, tracking leads, monitoring contracts, booking appointments, etc. But what's most important than this is really the level of productivity it's going to bring to the business, aka profits, and how it's going to help run your business and focus on sales better. And with the COVID-19 crisis that started last year, what we noticed is that real estate agents decided it was time to review their digital marketing and CRM strategy. And actually, last year, a lot of companies still didn't have CRM software. And now a lot of things have changed. And what we see is that the CRM really is turning into a real all-in-one solution with a lot of new features available, all the listing syndication tools, extensive integration with external services, and so on. And with Apimo, for example, you were already able to do things like adding virtual tour links like Matterport on the system. Now you can not only can do that, but you can also create your own virtual tour, and same for listing from video presentation. You can, we've also integrated all the social networks directly within the interface, so you can reach out. You can reach out to your social network pages directly from the software. You can reach out to your clients within Apimo through WhatsApp, for example, which is great for international clients sometimes. We've created a property evaluation tool, and we are compliant with many different tools like MailChimp and Sendingblue for the emailing campaigns, G Suite connectors, opinion system to collect reviews before your listing appointment, etc. So now you can really see the CRM as a real ecosystem, I would say, that is going to help the agent not subscribe to many different services externally, but have everything linked together within one interface. It's kind of the future now for CRMs.
Yeah. So if you don't have a CRM, get one. If you get a CRM, then try to get one that's an all-in-one. Got it. And actually, let's stay in that same vein of questioning. Carlos, I'm going to ask you a very similar question. But how can advanced lead-to-close platforms create growth for our APAC real estate markets?
Yeah, so that's where we've been really focusing on is we partner with our customers to provide to close platform, which really integrates the data flow from generating leads to nurturing customers with various tools to then tracking the transaction. And what that does is allows our customers to focus on recruitment and adding new offices and new locations. And we become their technology partner and provide that seamless data flow, as well as integrating with other products like the other panelists have mentioned. We really focus on that customer journey for the agent so that an agent can provide this very good customer experience right from when they start on the website to inquire about a particular property or two, and then help them nurture that customer over time and track all of their interactions, generate marketing, and we bring innovative technologies to that process to help automate things like e-signature and integration with agenda and things like that, so that the agent can really service that customer very quickly. And we're constantly looking to innovate to make sure that these days with COVID-19 as well, you see a lot of shifts in the industry where people are a lot more comfortable with doing like virtual open houses and virtual showings without having necessarily to get together physically. So we provided tools to help agents, automate some of those pieces as well to keep that customer experience very, in a very good way. And I think a lot of those things are going to stay for the future, not necessarily in the same extreme as they are today, but I think that now customers are more comfortable with doing those kind of meetings, as in the past they were less likely to do so. And our challenge is that we do this in many countries. So being able to adapt this across the different global markets is where we've been focusing.
That's great. Thanks. Yeah, I feel like the CRM used to be, just one small part of a total suite of products, and now it's almost like the brain. It runs everything else. So that's all great feedback today, everybody. Thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
That was great. Thank you.